to make time for personal development, we are forced to make time for pain and struggle. Hey guys! We're going to do 2 rounds of this warm-up today, 5 inchworms, 20 butt kickers, 10 light Arnold press, which I'll show you how to do, and 15 air squats. So just 2 rounds of that, just kind of follow along. If you can't do a normal push-up, no worries. It took me a long time to get to that point. You can do them on your knees, or even not even do a push-up, but just kind of hold the plank position for 10 to 15 seconds because it's just all we're really trying to do is warm up our body and our core, just get warm, and that's good for that. Anyway, how are you guys doing? I brought our workout inside our house today just for a change of scenery that looked a little more attractive to me. I do like things pretty, and right now with these workouts these first ones I'm posting, I've really only been able to do them out in that garage area that's like super ugly, but it's really getting to me. So I was like, okay, let's bring the dumbbells in here and try to do something in a slightly prettier setting. In the long run, we are going to be doing some stuff outside where it's even prettier, but we couldn't do it this day because it was like, I don't know if you can tell, but out the windows there's a lot of white. Well, that white stuff is snow. So it was like freezing and snowy, and yeah, I'm not working out on that. So anyway, real quick thing about workout pants, just because I saw myself pulling up my pants as I have to do frequently. But I wanted to mention, there's like so many different types of workout pants these days online, and there's pricey ones and there's inexpensive ones. Well, this was a pair I bought on Amazon for like $22, and they look good and they fit good in the sense of how they look. But to be honest, they did not stay up well at all. So Lululemon, a lot of you guys know that brand, Lululemon. If you don't, now you do. They are expensive, but to be honest, they work. Like, I don't have to constantly hitch them up. They stay in place. You can do all the different squats. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. Let me show you guys the Arnold press. If it's too uncomfortable for you to be on your knees like this, you can do it standing. The main thing with the Arnold press is just that your shoulder position changes a little with the dumbbells. So if you see, the dumbbells are, my palms are facing me at the bottom, and then as I push up, I rotate my palms outwards. You see that? And you want to do that during the motion of going up and down. So at the bottom, your palms are facing you. Here, I'm going to show you from the side. So you're on one knee and one foot forward, and they're more challenging. This is called a half kneeling movement, half kneeling Arnold press. It's so much harder than standing because you have to use your core to stabilize. And we're doing this today as a practice of the actual movement because we're doing this in the workout today. So do a slow controlled movement. That's basically what we're always doing with the weightlifting movements. That's where you're going to get the best workout and the best warm up. Quick note on air squats again. I'm probably going to hammer on this a lot. It's really important to keep your knees tracking outwards, if you can see how mine are doing that. And I just say it because I used to struggle with this. It's so easy for our knees to cave inward, and it's really, really not good for our knee joints. And I had to consciously work at pushing my knees out, especially on the way up. The good news is if you have trouble with your knees caving in, if you continue to focus on that, pushing those knees out as you come up, your muscles will adapt, and that will become second nature for you. Like, I don't really have to focus on it anymore because the muscles of my legs, have strengthened to facilitate that. talk about something real briefly before the workout starts. We're still in the beginning stages of this project, right? And to be honest, my vision of it is still forming. I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to do ultimately. I do know that I want these workouts to be mostly strength focused, just because of what I know that it's done for my metabolism and my ability to eat more without gaining weight, and that is kind of a main goal. At the same time, I don't want to completely dispense with a little bit of a cardio aspect. And I feel like the word cardio for me has almost become a swear word. Like it's like a word, it's a bad word in my emotional and mental makeup. But I do want to mention, real quick too, on the Arnold press, if you notice, I've just put a towel beneath my knee that's on the ground, and you're gonna probably want to do that for the workout as well. So that's all you need is a towel. But anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. So about how the workouts are going to be. So there is a place for some cardio. I am no longer into like super high intensity, long lengths of time where I'm just totally killing myself. That type of cardio, I feel like that just leaves me really exhausted. I think it can burn out your adrenals just as we get older, and then just too much impact too is just hard on my joints. However, there is an element of having a little bit, like today in the workout, I just have a 1-minute dance run around the house like built into the workout. This is why I like it. I find that having some movement like that in a workout, whether it's during or at the end of the workout, it's such a big mood booster. When those endorphins get released, when you really sweat and your heart rate goes up, there's like this total change in my mood and how I feel. And I've noticed that if you do the workout just purely strength-based, I don't as much get that endorphin feeling. So that's why I still want to have a little bit of an element of just a little bit of cardio. That's a reasonable amount. We're about ready to start the workout now. I'll talk more about this later. But anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. We're not going to be doing miles and miles of running, but we are going to have a little bit of stuff just for that mood boosting effect, because that's so important to feeling good. I feel like it just sets the tone for my whole day when I get that mood boosting feeling in the morning. Okay, so for our workout today, we're going to be doing 3 rounds of 15 squats with dumbbells on your shoulders, 8 to 10 half kneeling Arnold press. And again, if the half kneeling position is uncomfortable or you don't feel stable and strong enough for that yet, do it standing. 15 dumbbell glute bridges. To make it a little harder, you can elevate your feet. I did it today, you'll see on a couple soda box cans. Max length farmer carry. That just means that you walk around holding some weights in your hands at your sides for as long as you can before your grip just fills and your arms are like, whoo, too spicy, gotta set it down. And then you're gonna do a 1-minute run or dance around the house, which is what my son and I did. And that part is just getting the heart rate up and those endorphins. Each round took about 6 to 8 minutes for me, so this is about 18 to 24 minutes of work. Remember on these squats, with dumbbell movements, since we're going for strength, increasing our strength and our muscle. So with the home workouts, just doing the movements more slowly is going to really increase the intensity and the level of work that your muscles are doing. So we're not doing eccentric squats today where we like take 3 seconds to do the down movement, but we are just doing the squats overall in a very slow, controlled way. So you'll do 15 of those. And again, with the half kneeling Arnold press, we'll be getting to that in a second. I just want to mention again, because that was actually my first time doing a half kneeling movement. You're gonna wanna use the towel if you are doing it to give some cushion to your knees. And then again, depending on what weight you use, like if you normally use a certain weight for a standing shoulder press, you're gonna find that you may need to reduce the weight at the half kneeling position just because you don't have both legs under you in the same way. So there's going to be more challenge to your core and the rest of your body, which is a really great workout. But just know that you may need to reduce the weight that you're using so that you can do it without arching your back or doing something where you're going to tweak yourself. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, just go ahead and do it in a standing position. But again, the Arnold press, what's different about it is that your palms are facing your body, kind of at a slight diagonal to your core too. I don't know if you can see that when I do that. I'm about to do it a second here. And I'm doing it with one arm, by the way, for this particular movement. And that was, again, so that I could kind of do a slightly heavier weight. In the warm-up, I did it with both. But when you bring it down to you, it's kind of more at an angle to your body, not necessarily directly in front. And then you're turning that way as you bring it up so that your palms are facing out at the top, and really give a nice squeeze at the top there, just slow and controlled. If you'll notice, with using one way, I have the dumbbell in the opposite hand compared to where my leg has my foot on the ground. I need to get better at the words that I use to explain movements. I've got to hand it to fitness instructors. They know all the right things to say, and I feel like I don't know that yet, so just bear with me here. I'm going to show it to you from the front now. From what I understand, in the half kneeling position, you want to basically kind of have a lot of 90-degree right angles, so like with your foot under your knee, the one that's, I guess you might call that the bent, I don't know, both legs are bent, but I'm resting my hand on my knee, and that's like a 90-degree angle. And same thing with the knee that's behind me. I'm not leaning forward or back. I'm trying to keep my body nice and straight and upright. And it is a lot easier to kind of like tweak your back, or like lean back with your back too much with this position. So you do have to pay a lot more attention, and like I said, often have a slightly lower weight. For the glute bridges, I can just talk you through this for a second. You don't have to elevate your feet. They can just be on the ground. You are able to get more glute activation and a better workout if you do elevate your feet. On this round, I did it with 1 box of LaCroix, and I think on the next 2 rounds, I did it with 2 boxes of LaCroix. You just put that dumbbell across your hips. You're gonna have to find where it's comfortable and where it really isn't. And you definitely have to hold on to it. You can also do this without weight as well, depending on where you're currently at, but really, really squeeze at the top and give a slight pause. I was quite sore on the sides of my glutes the next day or 2. So this is an excellent workout. And it's always nice when you can do a movement laying on the ground. It just feels like a little bit like you're resting. With the farmer carry, make sure your shoulders are back. I'm kind of trying to demonstrate that there. You don't want to be hunched forward when you're doing it. You really want to keep those shoulders back and down. Just think, straight, good posture as you carry the dumbbells around. And as you walk, try not to shift your weight too much. This is actually a really practical movement to do if you think about how often we carry things, like even just grocery bags in our hands. This is so practical, and it not only works your shoulders and your arms, but it works your grip strength too, which is, grip strength is a big thing. Sometimes our shoulders and our arms are capable of doing something for quite a while, but it's our hands and our grip strength that fails first. So this really builds that as well. So basically just walk around as long as you can with those weights. Obviously, if it's heavier, you won't be able to do it for very long. You want to pick a weight that you can probably do for at least 30 seconds. If it's so heavy that you can only do it for 10 seconds, that's probably a bit too heavy. Yep, and then just jog around for a minute or dance or whatever you want to do. So I know right now a lot of people are stuck in their homes, so that's why I thought this would be good to do in our living room too, just to show, like, if you don't have a 10-year-old to make it more fun, I'm sorry, but you can still have fun on your own. I actually do dance sometimes to music by myself and be silly, and it's actually amazing how quickly you get warm and out of breath if you're just hopping around. So that's kind of all my explanation for the workout today. I'm going to let you do the next 2 rounds on your own with the music. And thanks for being with me, ladies. Sorry. I just have to be silly sometimes. I have a very, very silly side and probably regret showing that sort of stuff later, but whatever. It's me. All right, you guys, work out, do slow, methodical. Remember, the intensity comes from being slow and focused. It's not about doing things as fast as possible in this case. Your intensity is going to come from doing these heavier weights at a very slow, controlled pace. Have a good rest of your workout. Bye.
These are the days that fly by when you're not looking. Don't wanna waste it on all your nights spent alone again. We are different, stuck in a small town, haven't left just yet. Got bigger dreams running through our heads, running through our heads. Oh, we hear the rumbling of the road, a new song playing far from home. We come together to answer the call. We play it loud, or we play nothing at all. We carry the heat of the summer, train running through our minds, gonna take us away tonight. Away tonight. Oh, we hear the rumbling of the road, a new song playing far from home. We come together to answer the call. We play it loud, or we play nothing at all. We carry the heat of the summer. We dance to the beat of our own drum. We got a rhythm like no other. We're always gonna be the wild ones. No rest, no rest for the wild ones. No rest, no rest for the wild ones. No rest, no rest for the wild ones. We're always gonna be the wild ones. Fall into line, we make it better every night. Paint it gold when the sun goes down. We just get louder now. We carry the heat of the summer. We dance to the beat of our own drum. We got a rhythm like no other. We're always gonna be the wild ones. We carry the heat of the summer.
times we fell. Ooh, I've been afraid some days, and the road will lead us to a better place. Oh, there are stories to tell, the times we grew and the times we fell. Oh, I've been afraid some days, the road will lead us to a better place. Road will lead us to a better place. times we fell. Ooh, I've been afraid some days, and the road will lead us to a better place. There are stories to tell, the times we grew and the times we fell. Oh, I've been afraid some days. I've been afraid. The road will lead us to a better place. The road will lead us to a better place.
These are the days that fly by when you're not looking. Don't wanna waste it on all your nights spent alone again. We are different, stuck in